Namaste. God may always bless all of you and help you on the path of realization of who we are, on the path of bliss, joy, clarity, freedom from all the illusions, sense of struggle, sense of division. God may always help you in this. So, anybody want to talk to me? Let us see, what can be explored today in the direction of self-realization, in the direction of bliss, joy.
Rajee, thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you. I have a question. What kind of relationship do I need to have with my mind? I'm asking this because what I noticed that in the daily life activity, I need my mind to function, to do such a task, to do work, office, and etc. But at the same time, I'm very interested in the recognizing of myself. And in that case, I heard a lot that you have to be free from your mind. So I want to find this balance and understand what kind of really relationship should I have with this.
Fine.
Thank you.
Our mind generally, it in itself is mixed right now with something we call ego. And so mind activities, thinking, analyzing, memorizing, like memory, and everything else, whatever comes in this domain of mind, all of that is as if in the control of something called ego. This is the region that we are suggested to be free from ego, or to be suggested from mind. We are suggested to be free from mind so that we can live the truth of who we are and we can focus on ourselves. So mind, not the mind activities, something else. So we are not suggested to be free from mind or mind activity. We are suggested to be free from egoic mind or egoic way of using mind, you can say. No? So here we can catch some pointers which can help us. No? Like the neutrality is one of the most fundamental keys when using mind. Not being emotional, in the sense that not having preferences already, not having preconceived ideas already about something, but more openly and neutrally looking at it and deciding and doing something about it. Having those ideas and that kind of emotional attachment to something basically is coming from a sense of identity which we think we are, which is living in the mind in this case, in the form of thoughts and beliefs and our attachment and our support to it together. As soon as we start withdrawing ourselves from that kind of emotional attachment and bias, we start withdrawing ourselves from the egoic influence which is present in the mind, which gets activated or comes in picture when we are using the mind. So this will not really come in picture so easily. When we are just sitting quietly and focusing on the truth of who we are, that egoic effect or influence of mind is not so much highlighted. It is more highlighted when we are doing the practical life activities, right? You must have noticed this too. Yeah. So, but there it is not a challenge in the sense of something wrong. It is a challenge in the sense of something good for us. Now here, ego present inside our own system is being highlighted. So using the, let's say, you have decided to do something, that clarity should be there inside us. Like we can begin with clarity that, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to flow in my day today. And you can keep your focus on that flow, on those activities. And that egoic tendencies and effect will keep coming in the way. Like it will try to make us feel good, make us feel bad. You know, this is where the second pointing comes in. Not doing any work in the day so that I can be happy through the result of that work. You know, not doing any work in the day so that I can be happy, I can be free from unhappiness that I have. No. No, just doing the work as life has brought to me while keeping the focus on the truth. Na rag, na dvesh. This is what is na rag, na dvesh. Meaning neither attachment nor running away from anything. Neither attachment to life flow or actions or activities nor running away from it. Just remaining here, focusing on yourself and doing the daily life activity. No? It may sound a little bit too much, but it is not really. It's very simple and very powerful way to become free from ego. Because ego can be caught in action much more than inaction in meditation. No? And that's why your question has a lot of potential for us to explore, to find out how ego can be caught. And obviously you are clear that I am not the ego in this case. Ego is not a thing, ego is an effect in the system. No?
So, if I understood you correctly, that I don't need to scare of my ego or of my mind. I have to be master of this and do daily life activity from the clear understanding of how it should be and how I want it to be.
Yes, in a way. So don't be the master of your ego. Be free from ego and be master of your mind. Master in the sense of able to use as you want to use it. And ego will not let you use it. That's where ego need to be removed. Like how long you will keep fighting with somebody who is interfering in your work continuously at the workplace. You will have to kick them out, no, at some point. So this is what is kicking out the ego of your system, of your mind. No, this is what I'm saying. So no, not the master of ego, just free from ego. Master of mind. Mind means functioning, thinking. You are able to think as you want to think. You are able to focus on the topic that you want to focus on. You are able to continue working, letting your body mind function continuously in the direction where you want to focus on. That's being master of it, and in this mastery, ego will come in. Ego is like a sleep in the soul. Ego is like a hypnosis in the soul, where it promises that I will get something tomorrow. It promises that, like two people in the ego feel that they can be happy together, and they are only more unhappy together. However, they are also not able to be alone also, because ego is a state where we are not able to be alone. Like we are continuously need to be supported by other. If we can be alone, which was one of the ancient practices in the spirituality, if we can be alone, just for some time, ego will start disappearing. Because ego needs support of the other person. And if we can, this is another approach here, if we can be impersonal in everything that we do, we will stop connecting to the life in a personal way, or we will stop connecting to persons in life. However, we will still continue interaction with individuals, you see, but we will not connect to their personal energy. In the form of everybody, we will still practically talk to them and do everything, but we will not connect to their personal energy like this.
Can you say more about this personal way? I understand it related to the other persons, but when I flow, for example, alone, what does it mean?
I missed, I think, one or two statements.
Can you
When I'm
say
alone?
Yeah, for example, when I'm talking with some other persons, it's clear to me. But when, for example, I'm alone flowing, doing something, how to, like, what does it mean in personal way? Yeah.
When you are talking to another person, please be aware there is not one person that time. There are two persons, generally speaking. One in front of you, one inside you. As you will start becoming aware of that person which is inside you, you will start becoming free from it. And that then, when you will be talking to a person, there will be only one person who will be outside of you. So one person and one soul talking to each other. It will be like this. When the person is gone and not talking to you, then there will be soul left alone. No, like this. This is how it will be. But if there are two persons when you are talking to another person, one is outside and one is inside you, then when that person outside gone, you will be another person, but still there when you are alone. No, this is how it is. Seeking for interaction and need for interaction of other persons. No? Like this. Yeah.
It is clear now. Thank you.
It's a decision, it's a fundamental decision to be a person, to remain as a person, or to transcend it into the truth of who we are. It's a decision that has to be taken, which includes many things really, but fundamentally it includes it basically focuses on the way of being, not really what we live and what we don't. It's not the what we live or what we don't. It's about way of being, like way of being who you are, way of who you want to be, let's say, or way of being of who we are truly. Also, like if we are struggling in practical life, let's say in personal life, and not able to, balance life, then we can learn things in that way. And there are many techniques and practices and understandings. There they can help. But if we are struggling in the sense that we are not comfortable with ourselves, this is a clear sign that we need to discover who we are. Because then the consciousness, our self-awareness has reached to a deeper level now. And by discovering who we are, we will come to that being, that way of being, where we are not comfortable only, we are supremely blissful also. And without any effort. Without any effort. You know.
Uncomfortable with yourself is very good, I feel. And yes, thank you so much for this.
Thank you, thank you. I think it's good. Asta, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
I'm feeling so excited seeing you. Just listening to your voice, I was waiting, okay, when will I get to speak to Rajee? Uh, Rajee, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your guidings. Thank you for your pointings. I want to share, with you how it's an experience and how it's helped me outside of satsang also, because I remember when I was in Goa, I'm like, no, you telling me to focus on my heart. The heart meditation is so beautiful. I'm not going to let it go. And I just want to share an experience. I was in office getting supremely anxious in a big meeting. I'm like, okay, this is all the noise in my head. And I started, just I got some 3 minutes before I had to speak. I started focusing on my breath, my heart meditation, and I kind of remembered you also. Okay, I want to get out of my head, and it just transformed. I don't know how. I don't know how. I just transformed in that 3 minute where I just focused on my breath. I kept focusing on the breath. I was like, forget the noise, forget the noise. Just keep focusing, focusing. And I was fine. I just didn't know how. I was fine. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited with this. I want to share with Rajee that it is possible. It is, it's on, how I'm able to, what you are teaching me. I need to stay with it, and that's how I can truly, even say that, you're my guru, because I truly believe, what you are sharing with me and how it's made a difference. So thank you so much. Uh, and I also want to share one more thing. You say that you need to take a decision, and I also took a decision. I just want to again share that Raji says being joyful in my head, because I keep thinking, oh, there's so many responsibilities. I'm like, I'll take a decision. The only responsibility I have in my life is being joyful. And that thought itself, I could feel also that I'm feeling joyful because I'm saying being joyful is the only thing. So if I just remember that, then everything else felt so like, okay, the only responsibility I have is being joyful. And I stayed with it. And I really want to thank you um, for all this. Thank you for for your blessings and for your grace. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very, very beautiful. Actually, this I want to talk about this being joyful a little bit more, because it really is a decision. And somehow, Asta, it may sound very funny, but actually it is like this, that we are choosing to be unhappy continuously, choosing to remain in the suffering continuously without knowing. And that's why if we are choosing unconsciously, we are choosing suffering, then the antidote for that has to be consciously choosing joy. And then when we are choosing joy consciously, we are unchoosing, unselecting the suffering also, no? Which includes many things which we are supporting to remain in the suffering. Like we are withdrawing ourselves from that whole framework, no? Which produces suffering. And we are supporting that existential flow and harmonious way of being, which actually is continuously producing joy and ready to produce joy in ourselves also, in our life also, no? So it's a fundamental choice to withdraw ourselves from that model. Like we all have two models available to us. That one model of the person, that word, which is producing unhappiness or suffering continuously. Another, the way of the being, truth, Lord, source of life, oneself, which is continuously producing joy. So, in a way, person grows through suffering, soul grows through joy. You see, joy is that excitement which guides the soul, that okay, I can be more joyful. Joy itself guides the soul when the soul gets acclimatized that, aha, it kind of became normal. Like it was very like this and now it's normal. I want that more. And then soul knows how to get it more. No? So thank you that it is understood very well, and you have made the choice. Because choosing joy is really unchoosing ego also, no? This is the main reason. Like we have got acclimatized to being that person so much who suffers, that now even at the cost of continued suffering, we want to continue remaining as a person. Sometimes it felt like this. And as soon as we choose joy, all of that activity or that relation and that flow of that person, it looks like going to disappear. And yes, it will disappear. A new thing will appear, new way, the way of the being will be there, no? So thank you that you, and because of this choice that you made, the technique works for you now. Because technique is also necessary. Making a choice fundamentally will take you to the joy, for sure. But maybe it will take time. Technique can help now, can shorten it, can make it faster for you. And this technique is actually very fundamental technique. It is based in the truth of the soul. And that's why I feel that it can give you, like bring you to the joy, meaning out of mind immediately, while it will keep you in touch with the truth of who you are. This is from where we feel joy, no? So continuous joy, even for few seconds, without any cause, external cause, no, is actually a sign that we came in touch with the truth of who we are for a few seconds. And that's going to be lasting actually. Even if now we get back to the mind and noise, we will feel still kind of like a distance, like a air conditioning happened inside internally, like a cooling happened inside, that even if the heat is there outside, it's not touching you so much, like this. Like a very simple example is coming in my mind is that we were in Delhi one time, and it was very hot. Like Delhi is hot many times, no? In summer, and we had very nice lassi place in our area. So we all went, and they used to give big glasses and like this. So we had one lassi, and after that somehow, as if the summer, like the heat kind of went away 1 feet away from our body. You know what I mean? It was there. It was sensed that it is there. Like it's still there, not for you anymore. Like you are as if living in some kind of you know bubble, not bubble I would say, but something protecting you. It doesn't touch you anymore. Like this. This is what happens or happened to you also. And as you will turn towards yourself more and more through this simple heart breathing, somehow you will become very comfortable in being yourself while at work. You see, then no fear will be left in you that, oh my God, how I will take care of my life if I will be myself. So you are doing something very fantastic, which is the biggest problem of many seekers, that how to do practical life activities. No, there is no how to about it. You do exactly how you were doing before. Just turn towards yourself. Do the heart breathing in the middle of the day, in the middle of any time. Connect with yourself, and all changes now. And soon you will see actually the results also start getting better. Because when we are joyful, we are more intelligent also, in the sense of availability of intelligence to us. Because a lot of our intelligence is struggling in trying to be free from being unhappy, no? And that all comes back to you. No? Thank you. Very, very nice report, and very happy to listen to you like this.
Thank you so much for this meeting. I want to check something with you. While uh, working under your guidance, I noticed something in me, and I want to be clarify for myself about it. I want to know more about this for grantedness. I noticed from the beginning of my sadhana that when I was totally at personal level, I was living as person, and that time it was too much, like everything. I was not having value. I was feeling this, and gradually it became less, but still it is inside me. It uh, comes again and again in between, and I want to know more about so that I can be remain alert when, and I can catch it in the very beginning, so that it cannot uh, be it cannot be bigger.
Eh?
It cannot be bigger.
Because it cannot grow.
Go, yes, ji.
Yes, yes. I will just approach it a little bit fundamentally first, and then we see what can be the best approach towards it. No? Actually, the sense of taking things for granted is coming from the very core of ego, or it is the very core of ego also. So let us try to understand what exactly is taking things for granted. No, in a more spiritual sense now. No, not in the personal sense, but more spiritual sense. That what exactly is the technical, actual experience of taking it for granted? No? Let's say we have a bike, you have a bicycle, let's say, or you have a motorcycle, let's say. Let's say you have a phone. Everybody, generally speaking, has a phone. You have a phone. And what it means to take it for granted and what it means to not take it for granted. Taking it for granted means that this will be there with me always. It is okay, like no big deal about it. No? Why it is like this? Because somehow we are busy. No? Like, I don't have time to keep appreciating my phone. Oh, thank you, I have a phone. No? So we move on to the activities. Phone becomes like a resource. No? Phone is a resource, it's a commodity. No? For something higher. What is that higher? That higher is trying to reach somewhere, trying to go some place, trying to attain something or trying to accomplish something. For what purpose? And who is doing that? Actually, it is the person doing it in the belief that I will get there and I will be joyful. And ignoring all that which it has, which is producing already joy, or which can produce joy when it acknowledges. No. So it is. This is why I am saying it is in the very core of the ego, taking things for granted. So like this, we can begin that this is the very basic of it. It doesn't mean that it will end so easily. No, it will remain actually in us, and we will need to be alert, as you said correctly. Let us try to understand the opposite of taking it for granted. You have the phone. You are using it for the day, for the practical life activities which you have planned to do. But you are somehow enough present in the activity that you are able to appreciate the fact that you have a phone. And that will not stop here at the phone only. You start appreciating that you are healthy, that you are able to do things in life, that you are conscious. Then you will start appreciating that I exist. Do you see where it is going? So we have gone into some kind of sleep where we feel, what is the big deal? I am. What is the big deal? I am conscious. What is the big deal? I can do things. What is the big deal? I am healthy. No. The big deal is that you did not do it. It's a gift. This is the big deal. Everything is a gift. 100% of it. 100% of it is a gift. Gift of source of life. So we are actually, rather than being thankful whole day and every day for every breath and every action and everything. You see? So ultimately one day we will be so thankful or so present also. Same thing. No? Like if we will be present in life, we will be thankful for being alive, I am, for being conscious, for being able to do anything, for being healthy, for the phone also, or anything else. No? Do you see the connection? And this taking it for granted, or living in this kind of dream, we are imagining things now. However, everything which was given to us was given to be joyful and to grow from here now to a higher potential, higher state of being. But we are not present here and available to it. That's why this growing process is not functioning, is not working well. We are absent from it. While we are taking it for granted, we are searching for something higher than this. And there is nothing higher than this anywhere in this world. Even if it is higher, it is not going to fit. Because something that should fit, no, in our whole system. We have a system. The soul, the way it is, its way of looking, its energies and everything together is a very unique thing, unique state of things. No? Anything that can fit in this only can survive. Otherwise, it will create a lot of disturbance and will just be thrown out of system. So searching for anything It's just a dream or a desire coming from that unhappiness, which is coming from not living what is given to us, which is coming from taking it for granted. So as a whole, this one whole thing is ego. Taking it for granted is a sign, is more of a symptom, a very strong symptom actually, very relatable symptom. So that's why I'm very happy that we should talk about it and we should look into it, no? But not personally. Let's look at it in a spiritual way. No? Like there will be a tomorrow is actually coming from taking it for granted. No? How do you know? Do anybody know this? This is a story of in Mahabharata, no? That one beggar comes to to their house when they were in exile to Pandavas, no? That to Yudhishthir and says that uh, please give me something, and he says please come tomorrow. Right now I'm busy, and Bhim finds a big drum and start beating. And Yudhishthira says, what are you doing? Why you are beating? He says, I'm going to the village to tell everybody that my brother has transcended time and death. He said, what are you saying? Bhim said, you said to the beggar that tomorrow you will give him, no? Meaning you are sure that you will be there tomorrow and you will not die, no? And Yudhishthira realized, because he was a very true being, he realized, I'm very sorry, please take right now, I'm very sorry that I thought like this. This is what is not taking it for granted. So it will take much more than we think to not take anything for granted. No? So, but let us begin somewhere at least. Let us begin recognizing it at least. No? Because not taking it for granted basically means attending the gift of the one's soul, gift of the one's self, no? Which is the only one single way to be joyful and growing more and more in joy towards the bliss and realization of who we are. No? All other ways are ways of distortion, like we have got distorted from there, like diverted from there. No? Now searching for what anybody is searching for? Have we thought about it? It is all right to search for anything, no? Like what's the big deal? You know? One thing I want to highlight here about search for truth. Okay, the soul is also searching for truth, through its longing. And the seeker of truth is also searching. The seeker mind is also searching for truth, but in a different way. The seeker's mind is based in the assumptions, where it takes things for granted. The longing of the soul is driven in a way from the inspiration of the source. The soul is longing for completion. So it is not seeking for truth, it is seeking for completion. So its wisdom is always correct. It knows where it feels it starts becoming more complete, and it knows where it is not. You see? That's why the soul and its longing alone has that wisdom how to meet this life and which interaction, which flow is for me and which is not. So the joy is already present in the soul in the form of longing. Longing is not a restlessness, it is joy. A sweet, exciting joy. Exciting, not restless. And this joy knows how to grow more. This is the thing. So seeking for truth is not same as seeking for completion, by the soul. You see? The soul does not take anything for granted. It takes things as they are. So, it may sound a big deal to be present and to take things as they are, to live things as they are. But it is not. It should not be such a big deal. It is the starting point for growth. And freedom, ultimately. Freedom means merging back to the source from where we come. Like a complete circle is completed, like this. And this circle is only full of joy, beauty, and higher joy and higher beauty. It has nothing to do with any type of suffering, feeling of being lost, disturbances, or anything else. All that is coming from the detour, from that, we have gone off the track. We need to connect back to the heart, to the joy, to the longing, to the soul, and like this to the oneself. No? Then we are back. We are not lost now. Now we are joyful today, and we will be joyful tomorrow too. Tomorrow more joyful than today. It all may sound very magical, but it is actually very simply true. Thank you. I think it's good.
Thank you so much for this clear explanation. It is very helpful for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Ojas, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Rajee, I wanted to live non-duality for some time. Maybe you can do some guiding or share some prompters that I can try on my own. Anything you would like.
You need to explain to me first what is non-duality for you.
I had this request from some days, and I was like feeling not worthy of asking you because the presence has not been so much. I feel I'm living too much in separation from, like, too much in myself as a person, and I just want to experience oneness. Maybe dip in the zero for a little while.
For that, the method is very simple, but many time we are not ready to pay the cost. So let us check a little bit. Gently, joyfully, let us explore. And in this exploration, if it is possible today, it will happen anyway. If not possible, it will become clear that it will not happen today. So, but my disclaimer is that zero is available right now here, to me and to you both. Like immediately, it is right now here. It is watching us. It is looking at us with love and support, care, and like this. Can you let go of everything? Can you let go of doing everything? Basically, can you let go of not like can you allow yourself to not do anything right now consciously? Then you can come to zero. Alone maybe not, but together yes. So just sense and feel inside, am I doing anything? And do not do that thing. And keep becoming subtler and more alert, more aware. That am I, like when you are doing the seeing, this is a seeing, this is a doing, no? Do not do the seeing. And you will notice that, hey, I am aware of seeing my thoughts. Meaning, I am aware of thoughts and seeing both. So, don't place yourself in the position of a seer. Then you are placing yourself as a doer, or you are doing something, you can say. There is a thinking going on. You don't be the thinker, meaning you don't do the thinking. You may still notice there is a thinker and thinking. You don't be that, and that's all right then. Then you are not the thinker, and you are not the thinking. There are experiences happening. and they are being experienced by who? By whom? Withdraw yourself from the experiencer, not from the experiences. So withdraw yourself from being the experiencer of them, in the sense of don't do anything to be the experiencer. Because we are doing something to be the experiencer, to hold the position of being the experiencer. Experiencer is a state of soul where it needs experiences or it seeks for experiences. Thinker is a state of soul where it seeks for thoughts and it want to think. Seer also, in the active sense, is a state of soul where it seeks for objects of perception, where it can look at them. Withdraw yourself from all of it by not doing anything about any of it. Do not do anything about what is seen. Do not do anything about any thoughts. Do not do anything about any experiences. Like this, you are becoming free from being the thinker, experiencer, seer, and this is what it means to come to zero, non-dual being that we are. Here we will not feel any division of any type anywhere in anything. And as soon as you will touch either being the thinker, thinker, experiencer or seer, the reality will divide again. So the reality is non-dual all the time, like right now. It is you, the experiencer of it, may step into a standpoint from where you will find it divided. Right now you are just not holding that ground through effort, and you are just effortlessly remaining in yourself as yourself. So what we are experiencing now is what is zero. The one soul, one self, one reality. It is not divided in any way. Not divided as the seer and the seen, thinker and the thoughts, experiencer and the experiences. This whole thing is one thing. And this whole one thing is what is zero actually. What is undivided reality. So you cannot ultimately experience zero, because for that you will have to be the experiencer of it. But to actually come to zero, you will have to let go of being the experiencer. You see? So you cannot experience zero from distance. You can experience zero by being zero, which we are right now. We are being the zero, being the reality, and like this we are experiencing it right now. That's why this experience will not stay, will not be recorded so much in the memory. But the sweetness of it will remain on our tongue. The joy will remain in our heart after this. And as this guiding will end, most probably we will come back to something. That something will be a state that we'll find most suitable for us in the moment, which would be either the experiencer, or seer, or thinker. So there are no experiences if you are not the experiencer. There is nothing to be seen if you are not the seer. There are no thoughts if you are not the thinker. But still you are something. This something is zero. This is our true nature. This is that one undivided reality, being of life, oneself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajee, for this prasad. Yes, I was able to live the zero for some time, and yeah, I have again a access point for it, so I can keep accessing it.
Yes,
now.
yes.
Thank you.
And this is a guiding which happened between me and you, not only me and you, just but every one of us. No, we can use it again and again. So thank you, very very nice. Satyam, you want to say something?
First of all, I want to thank you for this beautiful meeting. It's very nice to be in Satsang again. And I just want to, a little bit, I'm amazed how nourishing and beautiful it is just to talk about the soul and the joy. And it's, I think I want to talk about a little bit, explore it, why it is so much nourishing and so beautiful, and that you feel you want to go dive deeper in it, or somehow it is very much touching me, or very much activating something in me, and somehow I have the feeling to hear something about it from you. Or
You are talking about joy and sorrow.
Joy and soul, yeah.
Joy and sorrow,
Soul.
like opposite of it, no?
No, I talk about when we talk about the joy and the being.
Being, ha.
Ah,
Joy and self,
yeah.
ha. It is very sweet and beautiful for me too, every time. Things start becoming effortless and effective immediately at the same time here. As soon as the self in you, as you, is ready to listen and appreciate, the self in the speaker also immediately takes up the mic, no? That okay, it's my time, I can directly talk now, no? And that there's more and more effortlessness here in this, no? Even the talk about the self and the joy is very beautiful. But it is most beautiful when the self is talking and self is listening and living the joy of being, like right now. So I do not have to get out of the joy of the being or the self to talk about it. You don't have to get out of the self that you are or the joy of the being to listen to it. No? In fact, the more you listen from the joy, the more you will be able to understand clearly and deeply what actually joy of the being is and what self actually is that you are. No? So it's about that inner vibration. It's about that subtle vibration in which we speak and we talk and we listen and we live. No? It is like the quality of this vibration will be like a satsang quality vibration, like a guided meditation quality vibration, which is always available, waiting to be invited, and you invited now. It's more like a song. The the being is singing, and the being is listening. Other soul is listening and enjoying, like it's nice. There could be thousands of things to be solved in the practical life, but then none of them can 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 hold you back from living the joy of your being, truth of yourself, unless you think so, unless you believe so. So every one of us is free to live the joy of our own being, truth of our own self, regardless of how difficult is the day, how challenging is the practical life right now. And as you will understand, like Asta was sharing, actually it is possible to be joyful in the middle of the office also. And it is very good actually to be joyful when we are doing something in the practical life. Good in the sense that the more joyful we are, the more integrated we are, the less we can be distracted by anything. A joyful being cannot be distracted. It's like a child, in a good sense, like an innocent child. No, the child is just going to keep its focus on what it is doing. Cannot distract a child. It looks like we are distracting a child. We cannot really. It is just child is attracted towards something, or sometime not. You are like a child who has locked its focus on something. You cannot be distracted by anything now. Like nothing of this world can compel you to do something unless you feel like doing it. So that kind of influence, egoic influence ends here. Egoic influence cannot push you anymore, cannot move you anymore, cannot make you do anything anymore here. No, you will do if you feel like doing something. Yeah. So the joy is something in the middle of the soul and the body mind, which is connected and functioning in the practical life, no? In the life, no? Joy is that ground in the heart where you are nicely feeling the coolness of your own self while facing the practicality of life and meeting the heat of life, no? As necessary. It's a perfect ground, by the way. This basically is what it means to remain connected to ourselves while doing everything. This joy basically is that sign, that symptom that I am connected to myself while doing everything. So this joy needs to be understood well. It's not like, yay, I'm joyful. No. It's something much real, much more continuous. So it's not maybe, try to understand, there can be something very bright, very powerful, very strong, like a firework, like a firecracker, no? And then it will disappear like nothing happened, no? But there is something which is continuously there, like a flute somebody is playing, continuously playing. But it is continuous. It has its own highs and lows, but they are not so high like a firecracker. No. They are not as low as nothing happened. You see? Our joy is more like a flute, not like a firecracker. No. And we, in the name of enlightenment, many times searching for that fireworks. And it's not going to happen in that way. No? And this which is happening continuously, we can attend now. You the self start getting back your strength by living this joy of your being, which you need to meet the practical life without being a person. Because what is the other option? You don't have the strength to meet the life, let's be a person again. No? Which you don't want now. The only option now is this joy. It's the strength of the soul. So this is what I wanted to say. What do you feel you want to, is good.
It's very beautiful what you are sharing, and I don't know if I see it in the right way, but I feel it's also a kind of guidance by this joy which is there. So I feel the pattern is kind of strong if you are going in the normal working life. Sometimes I find me complaining about one special colleague and going in it, or getting in this kind of lost feeling, or strange thoughts are coming. And then I felt in the last days that quite fast I could see, no, it's the wrong, it's not the good way to work with these thoughts. It's the good way to sit and come to myself back. And I'm so happy that I can do it, and that I come out of it instead of going deeper in this problem solving things, and how bad it is here now, and this bad things happening. And instead of this, that I somehow feel this joy is like a guide. Come back and just recharge yourself. So
It's very correct. It's very correct. What happened is that the soul has got exhausted in a way, like tired of living in that kind of state of person where joy is always tomorrow. So we have been working for joy, but we never got to joy, And like this, we have spent all of our energy, in the sense that maybe not completely, but we got tired in a way, exhausted and tired, and we did not reach to water, no. And now you are finding that, hey, water is actually here. Like water is calling me. Not that my thirst is calling me now. Before we were more negatively approaching it, in the sense of always driven by the thirst, driven by the need for joy. Now more driven by the thirst for joy, or called by the joy. No? Like joy is guiding you. You are very, very right. Like rather than doing thousands of journeys in search of water, it is best to drink water. No? Joy means drinking water right now. And you can go on your journey if you want to now. Just in case you want to find out if there is any water somewhere else. No? But the thing is that the person will not feel happy in searching for truth now after drinking this water of joy. No? That charm will just disappear. That's why the person does not want to drink this water of joy. No, I have to find something somewhere tomorrow, in tomorrows, in the other places, not here right now. No? This is the region. So that's why it is more like a choice internally, which like you have chosen. It feels clearly that tomorrow we'll see what tomorrow is, but right now I want to live the joy. And living the joy is not really, let me stop doing my office work and live the joy. No, let me come to the joy and continue my office work from here. And like this, what I notice happens is that we become very impersonal about everything. Very efficient, very practical, but not at all emotionally attached to anything, not at all biased. Because that seeking is not here. The soul is not moving too much now. Soul is more relaxed, like, okay, I'm here. The self is more here because it is joyful. No? Thank you. I think it's very good. Dharma, you want to say something?
Okay, dear.
Namaste.
Yeah, I just joined after quite a long time. Initially, I had like some life situation, and then later I felt to recalibrate and about start fresh. So I didn't feel to kind of join for some time, and lately I started to feel again, and I started to watch the YouTube videos, and I watched some of the meetings on the YouTube live as well, and yeah, so slowly, I kind of came in the vibration again, I would say,
Yeah, what did you say?
fresh. I came in the vibration of satsang
Vibration.
again,
Ha ha ha.
but somehow fresh. So, and
Very
yeah,
nice.
I just felt to make connection because I came after a long time, and I mean, I even didn't come this time to Goa. I'm in Tiru for last 1 month, and I was planning to come to Goa, but somehow just not feeling to move from here once I'm here. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of report and just kind of say hello. And yeah, thank you so much for all the sharings, of course. And very grateful. I
Thank you.
just felt
Thank you.
to, yeah, come in front of you and speak to you.
Thank you. It's very nice to see this. Like nice to meet you first of all. I am, all for freshness. All for freshness. So there is no way I can ever introduce anything which is not fresh. No. So all the time, what I am sharing is fresh. Even I am ready to freshly talk about things, or in the fresh ways, different ways also. No. But it is the dust of the ego which keep arising inside us, which covers us up so much that sometimes that which is cleaning up the things looks like creating the dust. Or we just get maybe a little bit too engaged or covered in a way. Our eyes become so full of dust sometimes that we need time, a break to as you said very well, recalibrate. No? Yeah, it makes sense actually. But there are two type of people in this world. One who go like who sit on the by the side of the river, and then they go home to take bath to clean their body mind, or another one who just jump in the river. Satsang is the river actually, but we are just not so ready maybe many times to so quickly clean things, because some of those things are like our old magazines and our own memories, and oh my god, it's like it's myself being washed away like this. When we are not ready for it, sometimes this also happens. Satsang is not a stagnant thing; it is like a river of pure water flowing continuously. Okay, but thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, many times I'll just talk about myself. I'm not ready, and I have to kind of contemplate and look at the decision, to really I want to come out or not. And if this is not strong, then none of the technique is going to work. No sadhana is going to work. So, and many times there's haziness and these kind of things, and I feel like it's some work I need to do on my own. Um, and only once I worked enough, then anyone can help, including yourself.
So
So,
it's fine. It's fine. I'm very very happy to meet you always. Actually, I don't know the region really yet, but there's something maybe good, like something nice happening to you. You are a good integrated soul, and I think everything is all right.
but I will say I still want to kind of hope to see you physically soon. If you come to Rishikesh, if you decide to come to Rishikesh, I will be there. So
Uh, uh,
just put it to you.
Thank
Yes.
you, thank you. It's like a invitation, like reason to feel inspired. No? Thank you for that. Very very nice. God bless you. I clearly feel that it is all right to be less joyful. But I feel suffering should be out of question now for every one of us. No. It is all right to be very, very less but joyful. No? Like very less sweetness is okay. But still sweetness, not like no sweetness, just empty. You have to imagine that it is sweet. No, no. Don't add the sweetness through imagination about it, no? Like, oh, this chai is sweet. So it's totally fine to choose to live very less sweetness at the moment. There is something soul is doing, calibrating or something internally, and it's all right. But suffering is not really a option for the soul. That is the way of the personal identity. It is the way of the personal identity to save itself. No, it's the way of the person to save identity. No, because what can be done from unhappiness can be done from joy also. No? Everything. But the one thing that cannot be done from joy is we cannot be a person. If we choose to be continuously joyful, we cannot be a person. We will have to be the self that we are. So that's why anybody who chooses continuous joy has actually chosen the self also, no, that we are. Do you see the point? And this joy is immediate, continuous joy is immediate, and our self is also immediate. Immediate. You were talking something about what is immediate, what is immediacy. Now let us think of, let us compare. Like this time the focus will be on immediacy. No? Okay. But we will keep taking it for granted as a reference, opposite of it. No? What is immediacy? What is immediacy? Being now, being here, being yourself. Immediacy simply means being who you are. Because who we are is immediately, completely one self and always. So who we are is immediately self. It will not be self tomorrow. And what is the opposite of it? Taking it for granted, meaning living in some kind of imagination or dream about it, and giving value to that dream more than the reality of it. And the funny thing about it is that the one who is immediate, the self, who can live its truth immediately, right now, in the nowness, in the present moment, is the same one who is imagining about itself. So the self is never bound actually. It is just being too casual about it. It is being casual about it, that's all. As soon as the self is not casual about this matter of who I am, the self will start knowing what I am, or it will start knowing that I am. You see? And knowing that I am is actually end of the dream, end of the seeking also. Now you cannot go anywhere to seek because you know I am here. And this I am who is here is the truth, and you know that also that it is truth. In the knowing that I am, it is also known that this I am is truth. So the opposite of taking it for granted is being immediate. This is the thing. Immediate is not impulsive or not being in a hurry, but more being present where we are or being what we are, in the sense of not denying it or covering it up or trying to do something else to live it. We don't need to do anything to live who we are. But also precisely, we need to stop doing everything also. Like we need to be alert enough continuously to notice that what we are doing, no, in the direction of, in this. No. Whether we are trying to hypnotize ourselves through saying that I am the self, or hypnotizing ourselves by saying that I am the person, both are hypnosis. No? The self does not need any hypnosis to be the self, and every one of us is the self. So there are two hypnosis here. One, I am the person. Another, that I want to be the self. Using the hypnosis to believe that I am the self may make us free from the hypnosis that I am the person, but who will make us free now from the hypnosis that I am the self? Do you see the point? How about being immediate? How about being immediate? Immediately here, right now. Immediate means no effort. No effort. But alertness, to not make effort also, no? No effort is not philosophical statement. No, alertness also, to not make effort, no? Like, yeah, I will remain alert to not make any effort. To be myself, or to neither trying to create the self, nor trying to be the self, nor trying to remain as the self, no. And not making any other effort also. Because if we continue making effort in the direction of thinking, imagination, dreaming about our life also, that is same as covering it up. No? The reality of who we are is not revealed in that way, in that case. No? Let us try. Can we try something? Let us try being immediate about our body. Okay, immediately about our body. Okay, immediately meeting the body. Let us immediately meet our breath. Who you are, who is meeting this body and breath. Immediately meet yourself also. No? Immediate means no time. We are not giving ourselves time to process something. So there is no processing here, please be aware. Processing means thinking, no? No thinking, no processing. You see? Immediately here. Immediately living the body, immediately living the breath, and immediately living ourselves. All three are immediately available and present and being lived. And they don't need any effort to be processed in any way. We don't need to define the body to be different than how it is felt. Or even if it is not felt, some of you are so deep in living the truth of who you are at the moment that you may not feel your body so much. But breath you will still feel a little bit. No? And this being immediate is difficult, by the way. Why it is difficult? If there is no effort in it, no. There is something which is trying to not let us remain here. What is that something? Be aware of it, please, right now. What is that something? That something is the imprisonment of the soul. That is called the ego mind. Mind is not the ego. There is something called ego mind or influence of ego in the mind. That is not letting us be immediate and here right now. Be aware of it and we will become free from it very soon. Try to sense what is that which is not letting me be immediate. Try to feel, try to be aware. Like why I am not interested in living the body immediately. Living means just facing it, being here. Why I am not interested in living the breath immediately. Why I am not interested in living myself immediately. What is that thing? What is the other version of it? What is everything else? That everything else is an influence of ego. Allow yourself to withdraw from it by just remaining aware of it but not doing anything with that and doing everything with this. No? Body, breath, yourself. It is very, very, very joyful, by the way. All the joy that we have been searching for, all that which we have ever experienced is nothing compared to even 1 second of joy here. No? And this is just the beginning actually of our good fortune here. It's not the end. No? It is like entry point to the truth of who we are. It is the entry point of the to the truth of life actually, which is one and the same thing. Truth is not two things. That truth of life is separate and truth of myself is no. The whole truth is one truth. It's just about entry point from where we enter. This is that entry point also. One of the entry point is this. And in this half present and half absent state, sometime, no? In some of us it could be like this, half present, half absent. It will be noticed that everything is going somewhere. My mind is kind of going somewhere, but I'm actually not going. My thoughts and feelings are going somewhere, trying to go reach somewhere, but my breath is just here. It is circling the body and the soul. The breath is circling the body and the soul. It touches the soul, then it touches the body. It touches the soul, then it touches the body. That's why there is no way we can avoid living the truth of who we are when we are living the truth of breath and body. Because the other end of the breath is the soul, on the outer end is the body. Soul is the circle, that breath is the circle. That's why the heart breathing is a fundamental practice. Heart breathing is a fundamental practice and it works immediately. That's why. It is actual. It's not connected to some imagination or, it's immediate. Heart breathing is immediate. That's why it immediately brings us to the truth of who we are. In this breath is the circle. It may sound that, it may feel like this, that outside of this circle of breath is the body and inside of the circle is the soul. It may feel like this, but no, it's not true. The body is inside the circle, breath is outside. The breath and the body is inside the soul. Breath and the body is inside the soul. And we are living the truth of it right now. So simply, immediately. What we call mind or ego is giving different impressions. It is like this or it is like that. None of it is true. Even if the mind gives the impression that this is the self and this is the inside or this is the outside, we don't need to attend that. We don't need to know anything, by the way. We can just attend simply the body, breath and ourselves. Just attending, not thinking, not trying to understand. Just attending only, nothing else. And we are out of mind or ego in the truth right now. So thank you. Very, very nice. This immediacy that I am talking about may sound something very complicated, but it is not. It's very simple. But it is immediate. Try to understand immediate part of it. Immediate is the key. Not being immediate is what is the way of the mind or ego. No? And I don't say we should switch drastically, like, abruptly and very brutally. No, there is no need for that. Let us be aware what is immediate in me and what is not immediate. Let's just be aware what is immediate in me and what is not immediate. Body is immediate or not? Breath is immediate or not? Actually, you are also immediate. The self that we are, the body and breath, all three are immediate. Everything else is actually not immediate. Meaning everything else is immediate as energy, as movement, not as what we think it is. Not the meaning of it. No, meaning of it is we are trying to reach somewhere. No, we are trying to reach there, and that there is not anywhere. That there is not anywhere. It doesn't exist anywhere. That's why it is called a dream. We are trying to reach where that which doesn't exist. And that which exists, we are not living that. Thank you. Madhvi, you want to say something?
Namaste. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. I have often heard from you this phrase called stable understanding. Like, you never say understanding, you always say stable understanding. Somehow I have started to know the meaning of this term stable understanding. Myself being a teacher, I also talk to students and I always tell understand. And understanding, I just felt I'm listening and that time I understand, but it is lost with time immediately. So I wanted to know freshly from you, what is this stable understanding and how is it different from a normal understanding?
We can take the simple examples and then we translate them into, let's say, spiritual examples. No? Slowly. So, a simple example of practical life could be that we have this understanding that how much, let's say, internet in my house costs. And then that kind of remains variable in a way, like it's foggy still. Because some months it costs differently and some other months it differently. And there is a certain ambiguity or fog here. Then you sit down that no, I have to find out what is going on. Let's say me and you are talking and we find out what is going on here. Then we contact the company and we check with them. We become clear, okay, this company offers different speeds of internet at different prices. So because of that we experience that, then we become, now our understanding of the price for the internet packages is stable, called stable now. But yet our understanding of how much we will spend on the internet is not stable. For that we will have to look at the rest of the budget, uses of our internet, value for money, and then we will come to a conclusion that, hey, this much I would like to pay, which will decide the speed that we will get out of it. And then once we are like, okay, I'm fine, or you may feel that no, some other company is giving me some better speed, higher speed at the same price. And then is it worth changing? All of that together, when we come to some kind of stable conclusion, let's say, which is peaceful, joyful, and we are not like, oh my God, what is going on? No, it's like, fine. This is what is stable understanding. Now let us translate it into a spiritual context now. Somebody is saying there is an ego, a self, joy, suffering, confusions, unhappiness. I don't know what is going on. All of that, no. Where to start? Obviously, a new seeker feels like this. Where to start really? Like I just keep listening or what? Am I going to ask a question or get an answer or something or not? This is where we need a stable understanding. A stable understanding of what? Maybe a stable understanding of spiritual concepts, first of all. Like what exactly self means here, what exactly mind means here, what exactly freedom means here, what is bondage here, what is suffering here. Suffering is not same as misery maybe, like you are feeling unhappy, let's say you are not feeling well or something, and this is called suffering. No. In the spiritual context, maybe not, no. So understanding the basic framework and concepts of spirituality is like a beginning of basic fundamental understanding, like stable understanding. Stable in the sense that it doesn't keep moving, because we have to go a long way. You have to, let's say, go on a long trek, which is going to involve many days of trekking every day, 10 kilometer or more, very difficult terrain, very cold and harsh weather, and camping after that, and then moving next day. Many things have to be established here very clearly and very quickly before we begin. That okay, who is going to carry my bags, me or somebody else, for example? How many things I can take with them in that my bag? What all will be there in my bag? Who will provide the sleeping bag, me or somebody else? Who will set up the tent? Who will cook the food? So all those things have to be set before, not during. Like if you want to enjoy the trek and you don't want to create trouble for yourself and others, you need to establish the facts both way, not only just within yourself, but in relation to others also, confirming with them also. You are the one who is my leader. Okay, I will listen to you, and you all are my co-trekkers, and I will not listen to you in this way. So all those things are what is stable understanding, which all is required in the spirituality also. Like, let us meditate. Okay, I'm meditating. Don't do anything. Just be here. Hey, how to not just do anything? So there is a possibility that in the beginning we may not be really clear about what is meditation and how to actually do it or attain to it or come to it. Here, stable understandings will help. By knowing what meditation is not, we will not do those things, and we will do what it takes to attain meditation, for example. So understanding, stable understanding basically is a support given by our own mind, which understands everything and claims to understand everything, or where we trust our mind more than anything else generally. Once our mind, which we trust for everything, comes to kind of sleekness or compactness of knowledge, where it is not shaking, where it is not dicey, where it is not uncertain. This not uncertain, not dicey understanding is stable understanding. Like you are confirmed that yes, I don't have to keep visiting again and again and think about it again and again. I can rely on it, I can depend on it. This is what is stable understanding. Because you have to do something much higher than that, not just keep understanding. No? On the spiritual path, understanding is not really the goal. It is only a tool. No? Stable understanding is only a tool, not the goal. The goal is to live the joy of our own being, to live the truth of who we are, like this, and realizing the truth of who we are. I hope it is clear.
Yes, very much clear. Also, I felt through your talks that when a stable understanding is achieved, that comfort zone comes, and that running to the same place again and again will not be there. It also creates a sense of maturity in me, and there is a quest of some higher level. Otherwise, I am stuck up there only until and unless I get some stability in me. Otherwise, I keep rushing the same thing again and again, and a decision is not taken, that maturity is not there, that okay, now like the horizon goes further. That's what I felt through your talks.
Yes, and also we experience fears which are not real. Like when you are trekking, you should be really. It is all right to have fear of falling, let's say, off the cliff, falling sick or something. But it is not okay to have fear of lion, let's say, when there is no lion or no wildlife animals there, for example. So we continue having all those fears, or we keep engaging with all those things which are absolutely non-existent in the spiritual path of awakening, because we don't have stable understandings. And that they stop us also. They don't let us walk also. No? There is definitely a place where we are going to feel agitation. But that place is so far deep, like in the core of the soul. Not like as soon as you start knowing the truth of who I am, as soon as we start sensing that I am. Not like this. That place is not here. But because of the like stable understanding, we can also look at stable understanding in the sense of cooperation. It cooperates with each other. It forms a bigger understanding, connecting the smaller understandings together, no? Not against each other. Otherwise, generally part of our understanding of the mind on the same subject is saying one thing, another part is saying anything else, something else, and that's where the struggle keep going on. We are never united or unified, or in what you are calling decision, in the decision also. It is not somebody else inside us fighting with us. It is our own beliefs or understandings. No? So in a way, we are trying to resolve ourselves. And that resolving ourselves should be done more quickly, I feel. It should not be given so much time that it takes whole of our life. Because there are much bigger things to attain here. We need to realize that I am a nothingness. I am a zero. I am the pure being, living in the form of a thinker, decision maker, doer, everything and anything. We need to realize what is time. We need to realize what is timelessness. What is the eternal nature of the soul. What is the source of life. We need to realize all of this. There are so many bigger things to attain here than just being caught up in that loop of misunderstandings. No? So you are very right. This is what is being mature, basically. Mature means rather than leaving things loose in our mind, we kind of, start tightening them up. No. We cannot leave them rattling and fighting with each other, struggling with it. No. Things have to be put in their right places and organized well. In a way, stable understanding is more organized understanding. We can say like that, yeah. Thank you. I think it's very good talk.
Thank you. Very, very helpful for me. Thank you.
Because this has been noticed, like try to understand, Satsang is not really a meditation class. No. It's a much powerful opportunity to wake up to the truth of who we are and immediately come to the truth of who we are. But because of these kind of misunderstanding and those our understanding fighting with each other or instability in our understanding, we are somehow not able to take the decision of anything, that I want to live the truth of myself right now, not forever maybe, or I want to live the truth of my joy right now. We are just not able to take that decision holistically, and that holisticness of the decision is essential in the direction of truth. Even if we want to catch a glimpse of the joy only, true joy in this case. But holisticness is essential here. So thank you, it's very good.
I wanted to express my gratitude. In my life, especially in my spiritual life, for long I'm meditating and trying. But just what happened in this last 20-25 days is amazing to me. Because I'm noticing for last 2-3 days, there is not so much joy like particular, but there is a silence. And my mind was saying, oh, I'm not feeling joy. But then I felt there is no suffering also. I'm not feeling suffering.
It's a big deal, really.
And I'm catching also, like if somebody says something, emotions comes, anger comes. And I'm catching very fast. And I'm thinking and looking, and is it important now? So let it go then. So it's so fast goes also. So I'm feeling so much happy and so much thankful.
It's very good.
Thank
It's
you,
very
Ji.
good, really. Thank you. One thing here I can say with you very more joyfully and clearly also, that you must have noticed that these are the two model of living life actually. These are the two ways of being also. One rooted in kind of a restlessness, seeking for joy, happiness or something. This one is rooted in truth, where you are feeling silent, you are not feeling joy right now. You are not going to feel joy maybe continuously always. But continuously still you are going to feel something. Anything you feel continuously is truth, connected truth and coming from truth. No? That's why even suffering is not continuous. If it was continuous, it would be connected to truth. No? It is not continuous. If it is continuous, we will be out of it, by the way. Immediately, in this very second, it will be immediately, we will be out of it. That's why it is said that in somebody want to be out of the suffering, they should stop doing everything that they are doing to numb it, you know, so that they can feel it clearly, the pain of suffering or disturbance caused by it or whatever. You know? You see? So this joy is true, is coming from the truth. Continuous is connected to constant that we are. No? Continuous, which is not effort, which is not brought out through effort. No? It's a different way of life. It's a different way of being, actually. That's why it is very difficult at first to choose. Only when we get fully fed up of that old other model of person, then we choose truth. No? And it is very big misunderstanding in all of us that I will not be able to do this or do that, live this or live that. No, you are 100% free and actually truly free only for the first time. Before that, we are not free, by the way. We can really choose anything for the first time. Maybe not forever, but as long as we are living in this form, because we are really free now, free as the being, free as the soul. So there is no limitation or restriction about that. It's about seeking, living from the sense of lack versus living from the sense of fulfillment, like fulfilled, like we are fulfilled. This is what is richness given to everybody, but we are living as a beggar. And this being beggar has become so habitual. We have become so habitual or identified with it that we are just not ready to accept that or see that it is possible to be free. No? You see what I mean? Like all the investment journey, everything is connected to sense of lack, that something is less in me. Even if you can look deeply where it is less and in what it is less and who you are, all you will find is joy, peace, truth of who you are. So we are not meeting the sense of lack. We are just working from it, believing that it is true. What is sense of lack? What exactly is lacking? Anybody thought? Looked? And nobody found anything lacking whenever we look deeply into it. All we find is the truth of who we are, the joy of our own soul, peace, which you are talking about. I can feel this also, in you.
I want to bring to you, Ji, is that I found in these 20 days, what happened 25 days, that I am getting, without myself doing, I am getting more responsible. Like if somebody told me to do it, then I'm not need to push myself. I'm getting, okay, this is my job to do it. And the things are correcting itself. I'm not doing it. It's like inside something is getting straight, like this I found also.
It is a natural result, I feel, of living in that truth of who we are, because in living in this truth of we are, we start feeling nourished by this truth and we start getting our strength back. We are feeling very we are running out of energy all the time. Not maybe physical energy, but energy of the inspiration to do something also. The soul really gets tired of living in that kind of model of drawing momentum or energy through false goals. No? What is ego? Egoic goals and journey continuously is like living in the falsity of things, and soul starts sensing it now. And then soul feels more troubled or more tired. And here, in this joy, in this peacefulness, you are getting back that strength of your own being. And you will naturally feel like, oh, I can do more actually, and let me do it also. Like, like you feel like doing more in life naturally. And this is from where this understanding or approach of totality comes in. You are not doing so much more maybe than before, but you are doing much more of you, everything now. More present and peaceful, silently, fully attending what you are doing. Because there is no goal tomorrow anymore. For you, not for you. Meaning there could be still the goal of the connected activity, but for you, no. You are just more here, like, yay, how nice is that?
This I didn't notice. Now I notice that there is no, like, I'm not thinking about tomorrow at all, even in the connected thing also. In the morning I check, okay, I missed something. Then I do, okay, this is now I need to do. Why I think now? It's so fast. And nothing missing, like gaps are closing itself.
Yeah. But please don't misunderstand. I don't mean that we should not think about tomorrow. But thinking about tomorrow in such a manner that we are trying to think but not able to makes no sense. Think well if you want to think about tomorrow. No? Like let us come to that place of being from where we can actually see future, let's say, if there is any such thing. No? Then only we can say that I can think about tomorrow. What is the point of thinking about tomorrow? Basic planning is fine. Basic planning is fine. But once we do basic planning, let's say in the morning about tomorrow, then do we need to keep thinking about tomorrow whole day? Why we should? And if we do that, how and when we are going to live today? What about the blessings of today? Actually, living tomorrow, thinking about tomorrow, basically is a strategy of the person state to not feel the pain of missing life. But then this is a vicious circle, no? One day you will have to face the truth that my God, I'm missing the life. You know what I mean? So there is nothing wrong in thinking about tomorrow. But how much? We are thinking about tomorrow in this way. Like basically we are just thinking about tomorrow and doing nothing else. That makes no sense. Why we would do like this? What about today, by the way? Hey, what happened to today? We don't think really in this manner. Like it's normal to keep thinking about tomorrow and hardly try to touch today. And exactly we do the same thing tomorrow. That time we will be missing the living of tomorrow and thinking about day after tomorrow. As I said, because you are in the right state, these things I feel like sharing with you. This is the reason. I really am not trying to tease any one of you. I'm just trying to inspire you joyfully to wake up to the beauty, to the truth, to the joy, to the blessedness this today is. No? You see?
I wanted to bring it also that this lack of sense of lack and suffering also, which I felt. Like for me, suffering was like that I couldn't do something or I didn't do something. And my mind tells that, oh, you didn't do it, it's your fault. Even sometimes situation. And I feel down. And this pile on. And it becomes like now I can't move from this side or the push is not there. So it was so much. And then feeling sense of lack that, okay, oh, I didn't get joy, I didn't get happiness. So much crushed.
Actually, all those things happen in this circle of ego. This is called the circle of ego. Or this circle of ego tries to keep us in the circle of ego. Even when we are feeling pushed and, suffocated. Like one thing or the other, it keeps creating to remain engaged there and not come out of it into here, into now. No? You see the point? And one has to see, one has to be really little smart in a way. wise in a way. Like, what is going on? In the name of trying to fix things, I just keep remaining in some kind of sense of unhappiness, sense of, like I'm just unhappy in some way. Why I'm unhappy all the time? For what? Like we have to sense, we need to be aware of it. And then we will feel that, no, something is fundamentally wrong in this model of living life and looking at life, like this.
I was also before coming here, I was contemplating a lot to check why I'm thinking this or why I'm feeling this. What is the benefit of it? And that helped me a lot also.
Yes, of course. Contemplation helps a lot actually, because it is basically ourself looking at ourselves in a way, our own thinking patterns and why we are thinking in that way, and it is being exposed to us that, hey, this is kind of no use really. You don't need to think to live who you are, no? At all. And that's precisely what is meditation. Don't think, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't hold any position. Thinker, experiencer, seer even. Seer even. If not, at least hold the position of the seer. Then from seer, just being. Not even seeing. No? And we are in. So yes, you are right. It is like a vicious circle. We get caught up in this. It may sound really very too simple, but I feel like sharing this, that on the even small shops I saw in North, they have a small board, very small, board, which says "Aaj Nagad Kal Udhar," meaning today cash and credit tomorrow. Like if you want to buy something in cash, you are welcome to buy it today. If you want to buy something in credit, then come tomorrow. And I actually checked with one of my friends that, what if he comes tomorrow? He says same thing. Come tomorrow. And we, the being, has to be wise like this. Right now, it is our mind or ego being the wise man here and tricking us continuously. Whenever we say realization, it says tomorrow. Whenever we say peace, joy, it says tomorrow. And it says today is more suffering. It's a day to kind of solve the problems. Suffering. But what about joy? Tomorrow. You can do this. You can reverse the role. You say no. Joy today. Clarity today. Stable understanding today. Truth today. Happiness today. Peace today. Everything tomorrow. You can do that. And you will see the powerful transformation in everything. Everything will change in every way. Because mind is not really a thing in itself. It's more a certain pattern or way of being, not the patterns of energy, but the very way of being. Mind is a way of being which has to be reversed to its original way of being now. No? Mind is not going to tell you that you have to start, you have to take the initiative. No, you can say now, no. Everything immediate for me. Not even today, but right now. I want peace right now. I want joy right now. I want to know the truth of myself right now. And you can know that. Then you will find that mind really is not helping me. It is trying to take me somewhere into some process and promise that tomorrow it will be done. So no, this cannot help me. You will just drop the mind. Love means you will not work with the mind. This is going to cause the mind to dissolve and a new original or true natural mind to be formed in like this.
Something with you when you were talking, I found that for last few days there is no thought or feeling of knowing myself. Before when I came, a few days I was thinking, okay, I need to know myself also. But now I'm not feeling or thinking. If anything happens, I say, okay, this is nice going on, let it go. Whatever happens, let it happen. So not planning like this way or doing something. So is it fine?
Totally fine. Is it fine for you? How do you feel?
For me, I'm feeling very happy.
Yeah.
Not thinking about
yeah.
like knowing myself or something. It was a pressure for me now. I don't feel like that.
It's totally fine. The thing is that most of the spiritual goals we have set just to distract, in a way, ourselves from meeting the truth of our own mistake, let's say, called ego, egoic thinking or something. But once you are out of it, all those goals also go away, in a way, with that mind in which we were caught up. But just for your reference, in case you did not notice, to feel continuous peace, you need to be there continuously or not. And this continuous you is what you are talking about, that I want, like, as a goal to know myself. There is no need for to have a goal to know yourself when you are directly accessible to yourself immediately and always. Just keep living it. This keep living is keep knowing also. Keep living yourself is keep knowing yourself also. But not with mind, not through mind now. Now directly. Think of self-inquiry as an example, which is a very powerful practice, and I fully support it in many ways. Why we do self-inquiry? Because we think that I am not the self, and I want to be the self, and I am caught up in something called ego, and which is all mostly kind of accurate in one sense, even if not true, but effectively, experientially true. So what we do with self-inquiry? What is self-inquiry in this case? You question who I am. And obviously, you feel, I'm not getting any answer. I'm actually doing the self-inquiry to get the answer. And you don't see your mistake here. And slowly you feel, oh, I am doing the self-inquiry to get the answer of who I am. It means I am. Then you come to I am first. Okay, I am. And by the time you come to I am, you start feeling peaceful, silent, joyful. You forget the question, actually, who I am. And you forget the very quest, I was searching for something. Because when you have reached, why you would search? So how you reach here doesn't matter, through self-inquiry or anything else. That will have to drop by itself, or you will drop it. No?
It was a concept which was even blocking instead of helping me
Yes.
to know myself.
So we should be careful about those concepts, which are blocking us. Many of the concepts are like we need to be careful user, aware user of mind. Generally, mind is much more aware than us in terms of how it can use us. You know what I mean? Stable thinking, understandings are very helpful in this. Mind cannot fool us anymore. Once we come to stable understandings, we have established some kind of framework internally, which cannot be fooled. That protects us, and that examines every thought and every feeling that comes inside us now. That is it useful? No, not useful. Let it go. We don't need to attend every thought now. Also, this is one of the benefits of a stable understanding. Otherwise, we are continuously attending every thought in the hope that maybe there is something important message or something going wrong in my system, which is all really sometimes we need to attend that, no? But now your own system, like a portion of your mind, core of your mind, will attend now rest of your mind. Okay, yeah. And then only when it is necessary, it will call you. Hey, we have a thing you need to attend. Rest is able to handle by itself. Like basically converting everything into a stable understanding. No? Everything comes, just becomes your stable framework of stable understanding becomes more stable, more powerful, empowered. No? At some point, all of the mind turned into a stable understanding, and it makes you free all the time. You remain free from it all the time.
I wanted to bring it to you, that this you told that incompletion. I don't leave anything incomplete, and I felt the joy last night. Something was I need to do, somebody else I gave it and didn't happen, and then I felt like I was responsible, I need to do. And somebody else late, I said no, I need to do it because I will not feel happy So I tried. It didn't happen, but I felt happy that I tried, that it's my responsibility. And I felt very much like complete, like not to left it like this. So
It's all fine actually. Maybe connected, but not really directly connected to what we are talking. It's fine. Just be happy. Thank you.
there, no? So this first time is happening, so
I understand.
joy
Yes,
to
yes.
share.
Yes, yes, yes. I understand.
And
Yeah.
feeling like here so much joy when I say or you say something. So this is also the thing.
True. It is true. I feel that joy also. This is good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Anna, if you want, you are ready, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
While you were answering Prajot's questions and talking to him, you were already like, I could feel like these statues with many arms already working on my question. So, but I don't want to leave it for tomorrow, just in case it's just like it calmed, so that I would not put it out there, because it is something that is coming back over and over again. It is a question, or like ask for help about power. If you can speak a little bit about it, because from experience, how it is that there is a lot of trapped power, and it is kind of like a bubble that, because it is a power that probably also in the past, or however it was identified with. So it feels like before the breath was like there was someone breathing, and then when we worked once, I could feel that I'm in the breath, like that the breath is also inside of this bigger thing. And so now it is with power that somehow I chose not to live because of the fear of misusing the power. Or like if the power was coming from ego, then it was kind of pushed away, because it did not want to. I did not want to express it through like anger or righteousness, and somehow it was just pushed aside. But now it becomes it's burdening, because it always comes back. And I tried with how you were explaining for piercing the belly, because it's not in the belly, it is somewhere else in the body. I tried with this meditation and with self-inquiry, and then it gets a little bit released, but it always comes back. And there is a little bit of like I understand where it comes from, because on this path I saw many people who were misusing their power, like the power that we get by being ourselves and by feeling the God's power, and then somehow this like hunger for power. And I know that I'm not that this is not anymore the case. However, it is still it is burdening, basically. It always comes back, and then also I'm not living my power in my daily life. Somehow I live like a smaller life, just so I would stay on this path and stay true and so on.
I understand.
Thank you.
I understand. I think the best approach which I can share with you is to remain in the present and to remain connected to the zero, to this nothingness that you are. Like remaining as zero, as nothing, and remaining in the present and allowing yourself to function in the practical life. Like just this much package is more than enough to start. You will start from the true power of your soul, and it will start coming in the body mind, and slowly it will start getting regulated by itself. Like the body mind, which is particularly as if sometime there are tendencies which are waiting to be activated, and just because of the lack of power they were just sleeping, and as soon as they get power they get activated. All of that will be regulated very nicely, because the zero can handle all of it. Only zero can handle all of it actually. If you will remain on as you will take any shape of a thinker, experiencer, then it will be a trouble. And so there are some things to note down here, is that when we live as zero, we feel very relaxed, very peaceful, like really like nothing, but in a very sweet way, like so free from the burden of responsibility of taking care of life, because somehow we know the best is going to happen now only. Nobody can match the perfection of the nothingness, of the nobodiness, no? In terms of expression and interaction and actions. No? Like you are at your best actually, even if the mind is full of all these things. So these two things, remaining at the zero that you are and remaining in the present, they can ensure that both are true. Otherwise, mind can produce zero also. Mind can produce sense that I am in the present also. Both cannot be produced by the mind at the same time. So you can be sure that, okay, I'm really in the present and I'm really truly living my nature of zero. No? I understand this feels like this. Because when the self opening up, it has so much things, so much power, it notices. Power simply means, let's say, electricity. But it has a lot of features inside it which were never activated because of lack of electricity, lack of the certain voltage. Now you have high voltage electricity. Anything can get activated as you want. And that's what you are afraid of. Like, no, I don't want anything to be activated and get caught up in it. I want to remain really straight, regulated and connected to myself and by myself, by the self. The self zero exactly and always knows how much voltage to give to life movement or actions. And nothing else inside us knows really this. Everything else inside us, every position is going to, even if little bit, create imbalance. So this being ordinary and extraordinary at the same time, this is what is zero. This is what is nothing. Like this extraordinariness of being nothing, like this. But acting always as necessary in the moment, connected to the situation, connected to the perspective, the context of the life flow. So thank you. I think that's all I wanted to say. But what a fortunate time, no? That you are talking about, concerned about these things. Because the person really cannot ask this kind of things. Person is more found to be asking that how to get to these powers. Like when I'm going to get to these powers, I heard about it. No, only a soul who just really has started sensing the beauty, that blessedness that we are. No? Like there is nothing more beautiful than this blessedness. All the powers and their uses and everything is a way of getting caught up again and again. No? The blessedness of being, no being, blessedness that we are, the being. And this is endless blessedness, infinite blessedness. In so many directions, in so many ways it will be experienced. Just staying true or staying in the truth of who we are. This much. Not becoming anything, not, getting into some form or some state. So, every morning is starting fresh. Because nothing does not need to remain as nothing in continuation with yesterday, no? Remember this? Allowing ourselves to be completely dissolved in the night, in the deep sleep, no? Into the emptiness of source, into the heart of God, no? And then arising from there again every morning, like a fresh, like a child of the Absolute, no? Okay, let's see what this day says to me today. Wow, how many opportunities to live the truth of my Lord, to taste the presence of my Lord, because it's all about that only, nothing else. Neither we can take anything away from here, nor there is anywhere else where it can be taken. All there is this, and here and now. What can be done is only this. We can live the blessedness that we are, and the blessedness of the Lord. No? In everything, in every action, every day, every minute, every turn. So thank you. It's very, very good. Yatri, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Like always, you have covered almost everything which I wanted to ask you, but still I will try to share it in a different words now. I mean, in life, there is continuous flow of ever-changing scenarios and events, and in that flow, the decision which has come out of the contemplation to be in here and now, and trying to be either one or into zero position, somehow does not get exercised. This decision does not get exercised, and it get piled up after 1 week or 2 weeks. Sometimes it happens that the thought of exhaustion and despair creates such a drama that like it is very bad situation or some kind of in a short that it is very dramatic or something, and then it just turns out to be it is just a thought. Then I again come back to this contemplation that somehow there is something, small thing which is lacking in my contemplation to take again have stable and constant decision to explore the self. So if you could guide me through this small error which is somehow not being noticeable to me.
I think a small error is connected to consistency. Not consistency of the doing, but more consistency of the doer of the spiritual practice, contemplation in this case. The doer is not constant or consistent in its sense of being that, okay, I am this one who is doing it. This one is able to kind of let itself go somewhere into some state in some times. This is what seems to be missing. No? When this one who is practicing is constant, its practice will also become consistent. No? And then it will see, even if it does one thing, even if it does one single thing called seeing, like, okay, let me see what exactly I do in the whole day and every day. This will be contemplation. Contemplation is not necessarily thinking about what I do and why I do it. No, we can observe also when we do it. This will be contemplation of a type, no? And then we will become aware. We will learn that, okay, this is how I break, how I lose my continuity of awareness towards my nature, towards my being, towards my decision, no? Also. So try to remain as aware as you can, even of discontinuity of being aware. Then you will start becoming aware rather than discontinuous. You see my point? So it is all right. Everybody is like this, no? In some way, that something or the other is not continuous inside us. But you can be continuously aware of it, no? So make sure that you are continuously aware of not being continuously aware of things or decision, no? Because what exactly happens when we don't follow our own decision of living the truth? No? Because we attend something else called ego, which is not really a identity alone. It is activity also. Many activities involved in this also. No? Once you will be continuously aware of not being continuous or consistent in your decision, you will not be able to live those things. It is just going to spoil the joy of ego in every possible way. That's why we try not to be aware, even if we believe that I am trying to be. It will just simply spoil the whole thing called ego, where like all of the joy of ego will be removed because it is not real. It is the imagination. Awareness wakes us up only. Nothing doesn't remove anything really. But as a effect, there will be no joy or comfort or happiness left in the model of ego. It's a little bit a harsh way, but if nothing else is working, meaning directly focusing on the truth is not working, and you are still very, very interested in coming to the truth of who you are, then this harsh way is all right, I feel, no? So go this way.
Yeah, Rajee, you used exactly the same word, and somehow I was for some time avoiding this bit harsh way, just not to fall in the trap of hurting oneself or being masochist or something, but somehow just to set things accurate, a bit of discipline and harshness is somehow at right time is needed, I think.
Yeah. So I think it's good. Continue, please. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
So it's nice, very nice. I think it's good time. We will end this meeting now. I felt very, very happy, and it's very amazing to explore truth with all of you in this alive manner, which is not really like, something we are going to do tomorrow, but something we lived immediately today. No? Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you.